Hi, this is Chesney from Wayne Public Library, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make your very own pocket calendar that is with a little bit of a library theme. And you can pick up your kit at the library, or you can print out just the calendar pages at home if you want to make one without the due date slip. So first we need to cut out our calendar pages. Now I went ahead and numbered each of them. So we have the first page, second page, all the way through page 6. And we're going to cut them to size by cutting them as close to the line as possible down the side. So we're going to take our page 1 and we're going to cut down this left side starting from the top. And this doesn't have to be perfectly even. We can go back through and trim it up a little bit if it needs to. And then on that same page, we're going to cut all the way across the bottom. Okay, and then you're going to flip the page over. You're only going to cut these two sides on the first page. You're going to flip it over, and then we're going to cut the bottom on this page. And the thing with the uneven months like this, you're going to want to cut straight across so it doesn't cut anything off on the back. You're not going to add the dip. We're just going to cut straight across. See, and then that way we still have the month and days on that side. And then we're going to cut the right side of that page, and there you go. I'm going to take page 3 and 4, and again on the odd numbered side, page 3, we're going to cut down the left side right here. Then straight across the bottom. So you are going to be cutting the numbers off when you do this, but we'll make sure that we have them in the right order before we bind it. Flip over, cut across the bottom and the right side. And then lastly, pages 5 and 6. Cut down the left side. Cut across the bottom. Flip over. Cut across the bottom. And then cut up the right side. Right, and there are all our pages, and we're going to organize them in the correct order. So we want February and November. Set that one down first, and then right on top of that you're going to want April and September. Set that on top of that, and then you're going to want June and July on top of that. That way when we fold it, we can go January, Flip over to February, then there's March, and April, and so forth. Next, we're going to cut the outside portion, which is just a colored construction paper. And I already went ahead and made a mark of where I was going to cut mine. You're going to want this to be roughly 8.5 inches by 6.5 inches. That should leave a little extra space. If you don't have a ruler or anything to measure that out with, don't worry. You can actually take your calendar sheets and line it up like this to where you have some color sticking through on all 4 sides and just make it a little wider. So you're going to want to make sure you're not lining up with the corner. You want color on all 4 sides. So it's 8.5 and then about 6.5. And then try to line up your pages as much as you can, and we're going to fold that nicely in half. And you're going to do the same thing with your construction paper. You're going to place your calendar sheets right inside your construction paper and try to line that up right in the middle, like this. And then, if it's uneven, we can go ahead and trim that. You can make it to where your construction paper is hiding your pages until you open it, or if you wanted to line it up closer to the exact same height where your pages stick out, either works. So I'm going to go ahead and just trim the bottom one more time. Alright, and now we're going to get to the binding part. We're actually doing a 3-hole pamphlet bind, which I drew out here for you. So when you start, you're going to want to take your solid side, not the side with the paper sticking out. You're going to take your solid side, and you're going to make 3 holes in it. So this is the solid side. And you can either do this with a pair of scissors if you have some type of small punch, like a needle punch or something. You can use that. We're going to make a small cut in the middle and then one on each side. So make sure you try to do it as shallow as possible, because if you cut too far, it's going to cut into the calendar. So we have 3 holes right there. And then I'm going to take the string that came with your pack, and the way you're going to do this is you're going to try to make sure that all the holes are lined up, and you're going to do it just like this, where you're going to stick it through the middle. You're going to go right through the middle pages, pull it out that way, pull it all the way through over here, and then again pull it out through the middle, and you're going to tie it off. So, and this part's a little tricky sometimes to get the thread through. So we're going to take the one end of the thread and we're going to pull it through the middle. And this is on the June, July, right in the middle. I'm going to pull it over to the right side. And you're going to pull it out that way. And then from the outside, you're going to pull it over. You're going to skip through the middle hole and go all the way to the hole on the left. I'm going to pull that through in the middle. And then one more time, you're going to stick it through the original hole. And this is the trickiest one of all. And if the edges become a little bit frayed, you can cut it off. All right. And then there you go. You want to pull it a little bit, but not too tight. And then you're going to tie it off once, and then maybe one or two more times for good measure, just to make sure we have it. And then I'm going to cut off the extra. And you can mess with that and center it. And just like that, you have your calendar. And then for decorations, we're going to be giving out in the kits these old due date slips. And it does have an adhesive side, but you're going to want to make it stick all the way around. So we're going to pull off the adhesive strip, and then using a glue stick or tape or whatever you have at home, I would just go around the edges on the three sides that don't have the strip, and then maybe line down the middle. And you're going to try to center that as much as possible, and then stick it down. And then you might notice that you have one more thing in your kit, which is this little clear pocket to stick things in. See, I have mine on the back of my calendar I made, and it fits some small pieces of paper. And this is optional, but I thought this would be a good thing for if you have a little note you need to keep in here, or if you get a business card. I don't recommend putting anything like an ID or anything in there, and you don't have to use this, but I thought it would be a nice addition just in case you have something you need to add to your calendar later. You can either choose to stick it to the back, or you could stick it even on the inside. We'll do the inside for this one. And this is the same thing where it has adhesive on the back, so you got to peel these two things off. And this adhesive is very strong. Once you stick it, it's not going to go anywhere. Just gonna make sure you get that. And there you go. So, and that is your library themed pocket calendar that should fit nicely in your pocket, your purse, your backpack. So we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you make one of these and you want to show it off in the comments below, please do. Thank you so much for watching, and join us for our next craft. Bye!